Ragiroth.
How's it going, everybody? Ragiroth here. This is some of my gameplay from Devil May Cry 5. Hope you enjoy it. I hope I'm not too sucky. But this is kind of, I guess, sort of a slightly different video from what I usually do. I guess it's sort of a rant video. The only word I could really think of to sort of describe it. I kind of wanted to talk about kind of leaks, visual videos and all that, and I guess to an extent clickbait and that kind of stuff too. I guess first, regarding leaks. Obviously, one, we got to bring up, and this video involves a few games, mostly like Mortal Kombat 11, Devil May Cry 5. I mean, it's kind of games in general, but I guess one we got to bring up first is, of course, the leak that happened with Mortal Kombat 11 with the character select screen and some, looks at some of the characters and their gear customization menus and all that. That was a big one that happened recently. I guess, and I did a video covering it that I guess is relevant to my channel and games that I'm following. That and actually Devil May Cry 5 are probably two of the games I wanted most this year, with Devil May Cry 5 already out. Now Mortal Kombat 11 is left. I guess the year so far, at least. We had that leak. With me, it's like, I understand the legal and moral issues with that leak. For me personally, in regards to spoiling things, it didn't really bug me, and here's why. Two main reasons. Well, one reason, I think, I want to say me and probably some other people kind of feel the same way. Like, after Mortal Kombat X, I think, we're just so impatient to find out, what characters are coming back that, missed out on MKX, or maybe even characters, we really liked in MKX that are, we're wondering, who's back. And I think, kind of that delayed waiting for MK11, and even though the news was going faster, it still kind of felt like it was slowing down a lot. Especially because it's like kind of after Jade got announced, it was sort of a little bit of a slog because we were only kind of getting characters that we all kind of knew were going to be in the game. So I think some of us, like myself, were just kind of starved for info. Some of us didn't really care how we got it; we just want to know. And I kind of just want to know, like, our characters that I really like that were in MKX, are they even going to be in the game? And I kind of hate that, like, NetherRealm has to like tease us and it winds up for being nothing. And for me, I kind of found out that some characters I really wanted probably aren't going to be in the game, and it friggin' sucks. But at the same time, finding out now is kind of ripping off the Band-Aid, as opposed to kind of getting our hopes up or getting my hopes up till release, and then there'd be nothing. Another reason why it kind of didn't bug me that much was because a lot of those characters in that character select screen, I think it's probably safe to say the developers are eventually going to tell us and show us they're in the game. Like, I don't think any of them, and I could be wrong, we don't know yet, are probably not like characters they're going to hold till after the game gets released. So it's like, we're going to find out about them anyway. And it's like, yeah, we get to find out they're in the game. Still the matter of seeing their gameplay, their voice, and I guess maybe their gear and stuff, their final design. Because I know, like, some characters, like, their portraits didn't really match how they looked like in game. Like, I know, like, Jade and Cabal didn't have their masks on in that character select picture. Or I know, like, Aaron Black didn't have his mask on. It was weird. It was definitely, like, kind of, I guess, a test build. Like, yeah, I could tell that. And so it's like all that stuff we're going to find out eventually, like, before the game even comes out. So it's like, and like, look, I mean, Noob Saibot was just revealed recently, and a lot of us, because of that leak, actually knew he was in the game. But it was still, we all were flipping out, just to see him in action and, see what he sounds like and see what his, I guess, final design looks like. There was still excitement in that. So that didn't bother me that much. However, I could also agree with people that make videos on the leak and kind of have, pictures of the leak in the thumbnail. Like, it's harder to avoid. Now, with me, I did make a video covering it, but for those that saw it, I did, for the thumbnail, I, basically blocked out, I guess, the good stuff with, I guess, a picture of the Mortal Kombat logo and just a word saying leak. So I made sure to block out in the thumbnail. And even when the video started, I made sure to there was a countdown giving people a warning: if they really don't want to see this stuff, don't watch this video. And I mean, admittedly, I guess if you scroll through the video, I guess there's not much I could do there. I did what I could, but I at least just try to tell people about the leaks and show them. But I tried not to, in case people didn't want to see them, my video accidentally came up in their feed that, they found out that, this character was in the game. They wanted to actually wait till an official announcement. And that making those kind of videos, like those clickbait kind of videos, that is kind of well, I should say doing videos talking about the leak and spoiling the leak with a thumbnail or maybe even the title is, I think, kind of frustrating and not really fair to people that want to try to avoid that stuff. I wholeheartedly agree with that there. Now, in regards to more out of games outside of Mortal Kombat 11, a couple I want to talk about. The two recent big ones were Devil May Cry 5 and Kingdom Hearts 3. This is more so for Devil May Cry 5 because Kingdom Hearts 3 I got off admittedly kind of easy with because I don't really watch as many I don't really watch as many Kingdom Hearts 3 related videos, so I personally didn't have that much of an issue. There was, I think, one or two that popped up, and I was kind of like, I don't want to see that, but it wasn't that bad. Now, Devil May Cry 5, though, okay, so this was kind of a weird instance because it spoiled something, but it made me happy, and then when I beat the game and I found out, like, it turns out that it wasn't actually, it didn't spoil anything because that thing actually isn't in the game yet. I'm going to try not to say what it is, though some of you might kind of know what I'm talking about, especially if you know me well. It just sucked because I remember, like, it was maybe like a day or two after the game came out, these videos popped up, and, like, I mean, technically not even, because I got the game Thursday night, I guess the night before the official release. I got it at 9 p.m. My GameStop was doing 9 p.m. for it. But it's like, not everyone has that, not everyone has that advantage. And these videos popped up, and it was like, how to blah, 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 and, and I saw some of the pictures, I'm like, Jesus, that spoiled it for me. Granted, I was very happy thinking about what it was, but it's still like, I was thinking about it, like, man, like, this is cool news, but if I didn't find this out before the game came out, and I unlocked this, the grin on my face would be, like, insane. Then, of course, I beat the game, and I look up how to, I guess, do this said thing, and then it turns out that when I actually clicked on these videos, that they weren't actually how to unlock it, or I guess playing as it. Well, I was playing as it, but it turns out that it was actually just hacking the game and finding files that kind of found, I guess playing what they found in the files. To put it lightly. And this was like, it was hard because it's like, on one hand, it's like, well, I guess they technically didn't spoil it, but at the same time, they kind of clickbaited, I guess. And I guess, admittedly, maybe if I looked at the title closer and maybe I guess thought about it more, maybe I'd be like, oh, well, this doesn't necessarily mean this feature is in. But even still, it was like, it's like I got spoiled, but then I found out I didn't get spoiled, but then I got clickbaited. And it's like, admittedly, I think these kind of videos are, I think, more just to be helpful. And I understand that. I do think that I just wish people could wait a little bit, at least like maybe a week, until after the game came out to kind of show these type of videos. Or at the very least, maybe be a bit more clear in the title. I know, like, yes, one thing I could have done is, say when, I guess, Devil May Cry 5 came out, I could have blocked all Devil May Cry 5 related videos. And that is my fault, I guess, admittedly. But the thing is, it's like, first of all, that's just something that I think kind of slips people's minds. And I don't think it should have to be something that we have to be cautiously aware about all the time. Like, yeah, the option is there for a reason, but it's going to slip people's minds, and they shouldn't be punished like that for just that simple slip of thought. And it's like, the thing is, these games, like, sometimes they get spoiled even earlier because people get early copies and stuff. So we might not know the right time frame when to, I guess, apply that block. Or even, like, I know in, because I guess my friend Mark Yoon did a video kind of sort of related to this. He was more so about Mortal Kombat 11. He was kind of talking about, like, how his excitement for the game was coming back. And I know he mentioned that he, I think, blocked Dynasty's videos. But I think he said that Dynasty's videos still kind of would come up. Maybe not as frequently, but they'd still pop up in his feed. So that tells me that even with that, like, it doesn't always work. And, like I said, it depends, how many videos you watch. Like, Devil May Cry 5, I watched more videos about it, before the game came out. Or, like, I know Kingdom Hearts 3, it wasn't as bad because I didn't watch as many Kingdom Hearts 3 videos. That was one of my friends that, watched way more Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff, that I think some stuff got spoiled, or more stuff at least came up to kind of catch his gaze and get spoiled. And it's like, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Devil May Cry 5, especially Kingdom Hearts 3 with how long people have waited, like, come on. Like, you can't wait, like, I mean, I think it also depends on the game. Like, Devil May Cry 5 is not as long as a game like Kingdom Hearts 3. It might be harder, but it's not as long. So I can maybe understand just wait like a week to kind of post those videos. Like a week. And like for Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe like 2 weeks. I mean, I know a lot of people blew through it, but I mean, I think it's still probably a much longer game than something like Devil May Cry 5. And like Mortal Kombat 11, like say if there are secret characters that like they don't reveal before release, I mean, that is probably going to happen. Admittedly, I can also maybe understand with that. I think, say if there is a character they don't, say the rumors are true and there's a character they don't reveal before release. I think people, like, say if people wanted to just make videos talking about how to unlock that character, that's fine, that's great. I mean, I'm probably going to, especially if it's a character I really like, I'm probably going to want to unlock them as soon as possible. So I think it's fine to do a video like that, but I just think maybe, like, don't spoil in the thumbnail. Just have, like, a picture of, like, a silhouette, question mark. It's like, how to unlock this secret character in Mortal Kombat 11. Something like that. Yeah, like I said, I just kind of wish people would kind of either wait a bit more or just kind of cover up their thumbnails a little bit more. Like I said, give it like a week or two, till the game comes out. Let everyone get settled to it, and maybe people beat it. I mean, I'm admittedly kind of slow at beating games, so like I know I'm probably asking for it a lot more. But even still, I just kind of wish people would kind of just wait a bit more or cover up their thumbnails a bit more, just better. And like I know in regards to the Devil May Cry 5 one, they were kind of trying to be a little more helpful. And it turns out what they were kind of showing is possibly what might be added in the game as opposed to what's in the game already. So that was kind of, and I guess it's in a weirder area, I guess, than the typical, I guess, clickbait videos. And I typically don't get that bugged about it. Like, I know a lot of people are very, fed up with, certain YouTubers doing it. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much. But when it does spoil things for games, it is kind of annoying, I will admit. But, like, yeah, or I wish YouTube would do something, I guess, to block it. I mean, I know, like, PS4 and maybe even Xbox One, I'm not sure. They have the thing where it's like if you're a certain part of the game, they lock it so you can't record that. And that's fine. But even still, it's like, things are still going to happen. Like, let's be real. People still got capture cards and stuff. I don't really know what more to say about the matter. This is just kind of a rant video, or I guess kind of I wish, things could be different video. Because I do miss the days of when, games, I feel like things were a little more, I guess, sacred. Things weren't always as common knowledge. And I know, well, it's the internet, it's going to happen. And I understand that. I just kind of wish people would at least try to hide it a bit better. Like, I understand, like, on the old days of going on GameFAQs and, like, a game gets released early and people would post pictures or videos. That's a little different because I feel like you kind of have to dig that stuff up a bit more. But YouTube, it's like almost, I don't want to say everybody, but, a lot of people do use YouTube. And it is kind of suck if they're just kind of on there looking for other stuff. And then it's like, a game they're really looking forward to that either hasn't come out quite yet, or maybe they just haven't beaten it yet. It's like, hey, this is in the game, blah, 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 like in your face. And you have to like shit, you have to avoid your eyes. Like, it was really annoying, before I beat Devil May Cry 5, that I was like afraid to like, look at recommended videos and all that stuff for me on YouTube. And I think it also kind of makes people want to rush through games more, so they don't have to worry about that stuff as much. And people shouldn't have to do that. Like, thankfully, it didn't really make me rush through the game. I mean, I probably went a little bit faster, but not that much faster. I mean, those games aren't really that long anyway. But Kingdom Hearts 3, I know people were like blowing through it. Like, I'm like, damn, really? I mean, I think maybe just because people were really excited for it, and they just couldn't think of doing anything else. But I have heard some people saying that, that they wanted to just beat it, so they didn't have to worry about spoilers. And you shouldn't have to blow through a game just for that. That's ridiculous. It is just the times we live in. So let me know what you guys think. Oh, and speaking of Devil May Cry 5, I like friggin' love it. It is probably my favorite game that came out this year. It is my favorite game by Capcom in a long time. It might be one of my favorite games in a long time, in all honesty. I might do a review on it. I'm not sure. But with that said, thank you so much for checking out this video, especially if you made it this far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this stuff, how much it bothers you, or what bothers you about it, what things you kind of wish could be fixed. Maybe if it doesn't bother you at all, that's totally fine. Like I said, not all of it really bugs me. Like, I don't care. I don't care about finding out characters that the developers are going to tell us are in the game. That they're going to tell us about soon anyway. A little earlier. And don't forget to check out my friend Mark Yoon in the description below. As I always say, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.